This is a serious one, guys. Good morning, welcome back to Brendo Box Vlogs. If you're new here, my name is Brendan and this is the vlog. Nothing like big happened in my life. I just kind of want to talk. For this one. Let's get logistical stuff out of the way. I didn't upload all my vlogs again last week, and I realized that I can't keep making the promise that I'm going to, because I'm in the point of the semester where I'm constantly doing homework all the time, and I constantly have these extra classes, and I constantly have these trips that I'm going on, and it's just it's harder to make that commitment as much as I want to, and as much as I feel like I owe it to you guys to be uploading on the schedule that I said I would. Right now, with where I'm at, it's a little more difficult to have that balance. So be on the lookout Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays for videos. If they don't come up, I'm really sorry. Please know it's not that I didn't want to make a video, it's simply because I just didn't have time. One of the reasons I didn't get a video up this past weekend was because I took a trip to Poland and I wanted to go to Auschwitz. And that's why I didn't make a video. For those who don't know what Auschwitz is, it was the largest concentration camp that Hitler and the Nazis kept for their prisoners during World War II. It was the biggest one, and it's in Poland. It's located about an hour outside of Krakow, Poland. It was a life-changing experience, I think. I'm gonna do my best to talk about it, what I did there. I guess the best place to start is why I went. I grew up kind of ignorant to the world that I was living in. It really wasn't until high school that I started realizing what the world was and how much evil the world actually had. I don't know. I saw that I was going to be in London for 4 months. I felt like it was something I really wanted to do, and I felt like it was something that I wanted to learn more about and not be so ignorant to it anymore. You know, I find that I'm currently living in this bubble of, ignorance where, all my problems are first world problems. I'm thankful that my life right now is pretty easy. I'm very blessed for that. So I really wanted to just go and learn. And that was the goal, just to go and learn. I didn't vlog while I was in the camp. I didn't even take that many pictures, simply because I felt it was disrespectful to do something like that, to make it a tourist attraction. It was snowing when we went. There's snow everywhere, and it was a light snow. We got there really early in the morning, so it was very quiet as we walked around, and we walked through the front gate. There was a sign at the front gate, and the sign means work shall set you free, labor shall set you free. We walked in and out of buildings. Most of the buildings have been turned into mini museums to go into specifics about different parts of the camp and the war in general. Some buildings were dedicated to the prisoners of Poland, the prisoners of Slovakia, the prisoners of Hungary, and then there were buildings that were dedicated to the living quarters, the conditions. There was a building called the Proof of Crimes building, and you walked in and we saw real items that had been left behind after the camp was liberated. Things that had just been dug up, things that came from nowhere. Utensils, shoes, shirts, clothes, children's shirts, children's clothes. It made it real. It made what happened real for me. You think you know what happened before you go, but you get there and then you actually find out what it is that took place. There was hair. They found just strands of hair from women, because women had to shave their heads, and it was all preserved. It was all there, and it was hard. It was really hard to be there. I was also a little bit surprised by some of the things that we had access to. We got to walk into one of the gas chambers, And that, knowing what occurred in that room, I don't know how to describe it. I think you need to have been there to know. And I don't know, and that's another thing, is as I'm saying I know, and I don't actually know. I can feel it. You could feel it walking in, but you don't know. You didn't see, or you weren't there, and it was. I'm just blabbering a little bit, and I know that, and I'm sorry. One thing I learned is how delicate a human life is, and how easy it is to destroy one. I mean, you could feel the suffering when you walked through that camp, and I don't know if I'd go back, to be honest with you. I'm very happy I went. I don't regret it, but I don't know if I'd go back. It's something that I highly recommend people do, because I think there's a lot to learn. Because you think you know, but you don't. Yeah, I think that's all I have to really say about it. Just some other events. We were in Poland for 2 days, and so there were other things to do in Krakow. We went to this place called Lost Souls Alley. I thought it was just gonna be another kind of haunted house thing. I don't even know why we decided to do it. We went to it, and I didn't know that the actors could touch you. I didn't know that we'd only get one flashlight. I didn't know that it was going to be pitch black. I didn't know all these things, and it was easily the scariest thing I've ever done. Here's a clip. They put a trailer of it online. Here's a clip of it. And basically, if it becomes too much for you, you yell stop 3 times. My friends and I, we made it 3 rooms. We made it through 3 of the rooms in the whole house before we were like, can't do it anymore. Part of the reason that it was so hard was because it was like an escape room. You couldn't move on to the next room until you solved some sort of puzzle. Throughout the puzzle, the actors were messing with you and trying to, mess with your head and touching you and crap, and it was just really not fun. It got to a point where I was just stressed out. I think that's why I stopped. I made the call to stop it. I was like, guys, let's not do this anymore. But you couldn't just run. You couldn't just run from anything. You had to deal with it in the room while trying to solve a puzzle. It was fun for 5 seconds. I recommend it to people who like that type of thing, who want to be scared out of their socks and trapped in a room with these monsters. If you can barely handle horror movies like I can, not for you. Don't do it. Also, a lot of really cool pubs in Krakow, and really just a beautiful city. I would go back to Krakow. I also hurt my knee really bad. Fun story. We were on our way to Lost Souls Alley, and we were running a little bit behind schedule, so we needed to get there in order to get our time solidified, and we had to cross the street. We were at an awkward intersection of the street where I couldn't tell if I could cross or not. And so I ran ahead of my friends, and I ran across the street just trying to get there. And I literally tripped in the middle of the road and smashed my knee into the ground and winced in pain. And I did like a little rollover flip thing to get up and get out of the road that apparently looked kind of cool. It was like a nice save, for falling and busting your ass. But I wasn't really trying to make it seem like, oh, I didn't actually fall, guys, I did it all on purpose. I was like in fight or flight mode. I'm in the middle of the freaking street in Krakow in the dark. I need to get out of that street, so I did a little flip rollover. It's just what my body told me to do. My knee didn't start hurting until I planted my feet onto the sidewalk, and then I teared up because it was so bad. So I also went into Lost Souls Alley with an injured knee in the cold. What a trip. What a freaking trip. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you stuck around this long, I super appreciate it. If you like this video even a little bit, go ahead and click that like button down below. And if you are feeling even a little bit generous, go ahead and click that subscribe button as well, because it's only a button. So why not just push it? And I will see you all very, very soon.